Embiid should have been ejected. I've returned cold-free by eating my vegetables. I unfortunately missed those games. I had a big important doctor's appointment, but I'm back. And as of this moment, I am 100%, well, 99% healthy. I have a splinter. Does anybody know what's up with Embiid's eye? When he first started doing this, I didn't know if it was just because of the hard fall he had after dunking as well as fatigue, but he's still doing it. Does anybody know what that could be? I hope it's nothing too serious. But this right here, man, this is as unsportsmanlike as you could possibly be. This is not basketball. He should have been tossed for this. If this was the regular season, he would have been out of here. He attended the Draymond School of nut kicks and fuckery. Look at this here. Then you have this over here. Every other play in this first quarter for the first 5 or so minutes, it was Embiid involved in some type of mishap or tangled up in some way. Then you had him arguing. He was initiating confrontation. He was over here just being belligerent. And what's worse, he forced us all to stay here, this damn place, the replay center. I imagine this is what hell is like, just processing. You don't know where you're going. Just a purgatory of bad customer service that makes you wait an eternity. 76ers got out-rebounded and out-hustled, out-worked, out-hearted in these first 2 games that were in New York. So this was a must-win. If they lost this game, this series was over. Not to mention the Knicks were able to overcome these 76ers with Brunson, who wasn't really having a good first half in both of those games, which was not the case for this game in question. And I almost forgot Mitchell Robinson didn't come back in the game because of that. He had an ankle injury. I don't know how he stayed. I don't know how Embiid stayed in the game after that. The Stars have basically gotten this aura of impermeability now because it's just seen as if you remove them from a marquee matchup like this, you're doing the fans a disservice, which I've heard a lot and I've agreed with in regards to the refs this regular season being sensitive demons from hell. But when a player needs to go and they do something that's egregious and so inexcusable, there's no real defense for it. I don't care if I'm missing out on entertainment value in a great game. You need to get your ass gone. You need to suffer some sort of repercussion so as it's not replicated from other players and you're used as an example. Other people see this and say, okay, I'm not going to do that, what he did. But when you've got Embiid basically given a slap on the wrist for something like that, something that did in fact cause an injury to the opposing player, I don't get it. And this isn't to say he didn't have a great game. The man had 50. But when you look at how he achieved that 50, it was a lot of foul baiting. It was questionable play that people don't really respect when players do that type of thing. Like James Harden getting to the free throw line over and over again when he did. There were a lot of people just saw it as like, yeah, I don't like that style of play. And Embiid was doing some flavors of that in this game. But he did what he needed to do to get his team to win. So 76ers fans, I know, are happy. But the way things were handled and the way things were carried out, I don't agree with. You can make a big argument that the 76ers should have won game 2, if not for some things just going the Knicks' way, not in the way of officiating, but just people's shots not going in and just the momentum shift, as well as some things like DiVincenzo literally up and stole the game from the 76ers in the dead of night. So in this game, the Knicks did what they were supposed to do. They did a lot of the great things they exhibited in the first 2 games, but the difference in this one was the 76ers 3-point shooting was just ridiculous. In the third quarter especially, you had Embiid spanking it. You had Cameron Payne spanking it. Of course, you had the Knicks over here and Josh Hart, who's just been red hot. He was doing the same. But you had multiple people on the 76ers that were just getting their shots and getting them going to such a degree that the Knicks couldn't really keep up with that volume, and there were some missed opportunities. And you had Tyrese Maxey doing Tyrese Maxey things. And I thought with Mitchell Robinson not being in the game, I was thinking, oh, the Knicks are going to have a problem with Maxey running down the lane, running into the paint. There's nobody that's going to basically be a rim protector to stop that and negate that. But not thinking the 76ers were just going to go and get some bath salts from Batum that he still has from his game against the Heat, share them to Embiid, Cameron Payne, and just use those. The 76ers outscored the Knicks 43-27 in the third. And then when it came time for the fourth and Embiid is on the bench, I'm like, oh, okay, well, the Knicks, y'all better hurry up and take advantage of that. He's on the bench. You got to make some type of run going. There was a scoring drought, but then it began with Brunson getting an and one, followed by some offense from the rest of the Knicks. And it was like, okay, Hartenstein is doing some things. I was like, all right, you got something going, but when Embiid came back, it just wasn't enough. He was still basically being as consistent from when he left, as well as the 76ers not making too many mistakes. It did get kind of close where I thought, oh, look, it's an 8-point game. Knicks, you can do something. Then Jalen Brunson had some unforced error where he turned the ball over. They got it from him, and then it just got away, and there wasn't enough time to make up the difference. But this next game, though, will be very telling. Now, can the 76ers do what they did in here? Is Embiid going to have a game like this again? I don't know. He's still fighting through something. I don't know if he's still injured or not. I assume he is. Just these games being as close as they have been, especially up until the third quarter for this one, it shows that this team is pretty evenly matched in different respects. And it's going to come down to your stars somewhat making the difference, as well as just creating open looks for others. This was a good game for the most part, and I look forward to game 4. But you guys tell me below, what did you think about this game? What did you think about Embiid's antics? And who do you have winning this series? Comment below, let me know. Like and subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.